If you're like us here at the Comicstorian office, you sit around and you argue about which superhero movies are truly the best. If you're some people, you'll make the argument that the more money a movie makes, the better it is. Now, regardless of how dumb this argument is, we couldn't help but look it up and make a quick list of the highest grossing superhero movies ever. Because we aren't so great with the maths and in all honesty are a little bit lazy, this list does not take into consideration the amounts of inflation, which is why this list consists of movies from the last 2 decades or so. Before I forget, today's top 10 list is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Do you find yourself frequently using public Wi-Fi? Well, doing so can potentially put your personal information in danger. But luckily, you can prevent this by using ExpressVPN. Rated #1 VPN service by TechRadar, ExpressVPN is one of the fastest VPNs out there and has server locations in 94 countries, giving plenty of options to choose from. With one click, you can use the internet without restrictions and securely stream or download content from anywhere at any time. I often use ExpressVPN when I'm traveling and I find myself needing to handle business or make purchases and I want to keep my personal information safe while doing so. ExpressVPN costs less than $7 a month and it even comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And it's available on every device. If you take back your internet privacy today, you can find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description. expressvpn.com/top10. That's expressvpn.com/top10. TOP10. And take back your privacy today with ExpressVPN. Okay, now let's get into this list so that we can truly figure out which is the best superhero movie ever. By the way, our numbers are dated as of March 27th, 2019. And as you know, movies make more money as time goes on. So tomorrow, these numbers are going to be slightly inaccurate. Number 10, The Dark Knight. $1,458,444. Boom! DC breaks into our top 10 with the first movie on the list. And I'm as shocked as everyone else. But this movie truly is a masterpiece. The Batman has been working hard to clean up the streets of Gotham, when suddenly Gotham is thrown into turmoil with the arrival of the Joker, a criminal that has no goal but to plunge the city into anarchy and prove that even a good man can fall from grace. Now, say what you will about Christian Bale's gargling performance with the superhero voice, but this movie would mark a highlight of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy and one of the last performances of Heath Ledger.
There's a storm coming.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
I'm adaptable.
Now for number 9, we have The Dark Knight Rises at $1,084,939,099. Okay, guys, I'm making a wild prediction here. There's going to be no Marvel movies in the top 10. I'm calling it now. Bruce Wayne has given up being the Batman, living as an eccentric recluse in Wayne Manor. After a chance encounter with Selina Kyle, he brings himself out of retirement to deal with the terrorist known as Bane. After the former member of the League of Shadows takes the whole of Gotham captive, Bruce must give the ultimate sacrifice to save his city. This would bring a close to the excellent Dark Knight trilogy. And some would argue that The Dark Knight was a superior movie, both in story and villain, but those people are wrong. The box office numbers do not lie, and The Dark Knight is trash in comparison. Let's move on.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life has a way of bringing people together.
Number 8 is Aquaman at $1,146,620,130. The Aqua Bro himself. Arthur Curry must stop his half-brother Orm from invading the surface world by bridging the gap between his two heritages. Teaming up with Mara, Arthur goes in search of an ancient trident that will make him king. This wild adventure takes him around the world and to the deepest depths of the ocean. This movie is the sole reason for my beard and my new Guinness diet. My man! Okay, which DC movie is going to be next on the list? Because, like I said, I predicted nothing but DC movies on the top 10 highest grossing, best superhero movies ever.
This job, we try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody.
Number 7 is Captain America Civil War at $1,153,304,495. What? I'll be honest. I didn't think a single Marvel movie would be on here, but it's fine. Released in 2016, the third Captain America movie was really just another Avengers movie. With the United Nations pressuring them to sign the Sokovia Accords, half of the Avengers sided with Steve Rogers in his belief that they should not be regulated by politicians, while the other half sided with Tony, who believes that there should be a bit more oversight. Everything comes to blows when it comes to Bucky Barnes and his glorious hair, and this movie possibly has the best angry bromance in Falcon and Bucky. This movie was also big because it introduced Spider-Man to the MCU and gave us the first appearance of Black Panther. This movie isn't even in the top 5 though, so it's obviously garbage.
I'm Tony Stark. I build neat stuff. I got a great girl. And occasionally, save the world.
Number 6 is Iron Man 3. $1,214,811,252. I'm actually surprised by this one because it's Iron Man 3. It's on my personal list of like some of the worst movies in the MCU, but anyway. Tony Stark must deal with PTSD after the alien invasion in New York. Shockingly, he does not handle it well. In the end, he blows up all of the Iron Man suits and Pepper Potts gets superpowers, but neither of these things are going to last. This was the movie that heavily divided fans on the portrayal of the Mandarin while also giving us the MCU version of AIM. This movie does have one huge question, though, that can never be answered. Where the heck were the Avengers during all of this? Seriously, pick up the phone, guys!
So, are we going to talk about it?
What?
The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Number 5 is Incredibles 2. $1,242,808,192. The Pixar superfamily returns. Now Elastigirl has to take center stage and face the new supervillain, while Mr. Incredible must learn how to deal with staying home with the kids and the new superpowers of Jack Jack. I'm actually surprised that this one broke into the top 5. This sequel took 14 years to come out, and these are still probably some of the best 2 movies about the Fantastic Four that aren't actually about the Fantastic Four. I can't wait for the next movie in 24 more years.
I have seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine. I've seen aliens drop from the sky.
Yeah.
But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Number 4 is Black Panther at $1,346,913,161. T'Challa must take his rightful place as the King of Wakanda and the Black Panther. But the return of an old villain and the rise of a challenger to the throne will test T'Challa's resolve and change the future of Wakanda forever. Sporting some fantastic actors and performances, this film is the only MCU movie to win an Oscar and was even nominated for Best Picture. I can't wait for a Shuri movie. I'm just saying.
I was designed to save the world. People who look to the sky and see hope. I'll take that from them first.
Number 3 is Avengers Age of Ultron, $1,405,403,694. The Avengers have been doing a great job of saving the world and stopping the forces of Hydra, but Tony Stark gets the brilliant plan of developing an AI that can help protect the planet, giving birth to one of the worst villains the Avengers have ever faced. This movie would plant the global doubts on the team that would bring about the Civil War in Captain America. Personally, I liked James Spader's portrayal of Ultron being charmingly creepy as well as being a total just villain. This movie also gave us Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Vision. One giant question that needs to be answered about the movie, though, is has Tony never seen a Terminator film? Are they a thing in the MCU? These are questions that we need answers to.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself.
Number 2 is the original Avengers movie at $1,518,812,988. Geez, how many Avengers movies are there? Okay, I guess this was technically the first one. Earth's mightiest heroes must come together to defeat the return of Loki and an invasion of the Chitauri over New York City. This was it, the culmination of Marvel Phase 1, and the first time that we saw the team working together on the big screen. This movie was awesome, and seeing some of these characters meet up was still fun to watch. There's one thing that I think we can all agree on, though. What's up with Cap's suit in this one? It's not good, that's all I'm saying.
There was an idea
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
And for our number 1, we have Avengers Infinity War at $2 billion, $48,359,754. Nothing's even close to this thing. This is the biggie. The team comes together, working alongside some new faces in order to defeat Thanos and his Black Order. The battle then ends in the lands of Wakanda, as Thanos' victory ends with ashes in the wind. The wound is still fresh. I can't talk about it. There's something in my eyes. Let's just move on. And there you have it, based on sales, the top 10 best superhero movies in existence. Now, if you're wondering about my personal list, off the top of my head, from 1 to 5 goes Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. Yep, I said it. Ant-Man's like my number 3 kind of movie on this whole list. The original Avengers, and Justice League. No, I'm only kidding. It's Aquaman. Anyway, guys, what are your top 5 best movies in the superhero genre? What do you think are the best ones? Give me that in your comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to Comicstorian to keep up to date on as much comic book stuff as we can give you. Thank you, and I'll see you next time right here.